So as an update na nakabaton kita sang letter, some communication from Socoteco 2, basically saying that they, in principle, are approving ang proposal. I just want to be very clear when we say ina-approve nila ang offer, ginahambal nila nga wala sila objection sa proposal. But it's still subject to negotiations. We want to confirm and clarify that there is no agreement that was entered into by Ignite and Socoteco. It's just that if nadumduman ninyo no nga naghatag kita proposal, and then ang sabat sang Socoteco board, they initially are okay with the terms. So ara na kita dira sa process nga kumbaga willing sila nga mag-istorya more about the potential joint venture partnership between Socoteco and Ignite.
Okay. Attorney, pakisaysay based sa experience nyo sa Negros Power, kaya mo ang nagapamangkot, kung ano ni, may lutong Macau ba, may shortcut ba? So based sa naitabo sa Negros Power, paki-istorya from the beginning up to the end nga mahuman ang negotiation.
Okay. So I think that is a very good question nga gina-refer back ta kay Seneco ang potential joint venture partnership with Socoteco. The reason being, lain gid ako may ara na sang experience, right? Unlike sa theory lang nga what if amo ni ang matabo or amo ni ang himuon ta. So that I think that's a very good reference, Seneco, because amo ini ang natabo.
Okay.
Similar to Socoteco, naghatag man kami sang proposal. May ara kami sang terms and conditions, well, basically terms of reference, nga gin-lay down sa ila nga, amo niyang amon nga potential, nga terms and conditions, what do you think, basically. And just like what happened in Socoteco, the board of directors initially, conditionally approved also the terms of reference. After some conditional nga approval, that was the time nga naghambal sila kay Nia nga amo ini ang ilang nga terms of reference and we are inclined to agree. Do you think we should proceed? So all the steps may ara sang knowledge and also approval of NEA. So this is a very regulated industry. Hindi man sila basta-basta lang ka-decide on their own. And after they think that our terms of reference were something that they're interested in, nag-conduct sila sa due diligence. Kumbaga, they also did their part nga i-check kung okay man ni ang nag-propose sa ilang company. At the same time, our company also did our due diligence. After that time, nagka-negotiations. Kumbaga, may ara kami offer, may ara sila sa counter offer, which is how businesses should happen, di ba? May concerns man sila, for example, ang ila empleyado, ano matabo sa ila empleyado, those are valid concerns. So during the negotiations, both parties may ara sang give and take, and then afterwards, hindi makadecide ang board on their own if we accept ang joint venture. Because we have to understand, they are not Seneco. The Seneco is made up of MCOs. So nagkadto kita sa AGMA, gin-inform ang MCOs nga may amo ni nga joint venture. We are going to conduct IEC para mabalaan nyo ano inyong joint venture, ano-ano ang mga terms and conditions. And there was a series of information dissemination campaign para maintindihan gid sang MCO kung ano ini ang joint venture. And it is very important to stress that there are two options. Are you okay with the JVA or are you not okay with the JVA? So there is a choice. It's a yes or a no question. And ang natabo, well, we are very happy nga nag-okay, nag-yes ang aton nga MCOs sa Negros. And because of that, it was a decision of the absolute majority, meaning hindi lang plurality vote, it was an absolute majority in a sense, 50% plus 1 of the total number of qualified MCOs. So nagboto sila and naghambal sila nga yes. After that, hindi lang amo na ang process. They had to inform niya nga nag-vote na amo ni ang natabo. What should we do next? So invalidate man ni niya nga okay, ilang taon ta kung ano ginubra nyo, ang process nga hambal nyo nga ubrahon nyo na ubragin man bala. And when Nea confirm that the process was correct, that the process was followed. Hambal niya, ano na ang next sa inyo nga joint venture? Then, ara sa terms and conditions man, nga ara sa among nga joint venture proposal, we had to secure several approvals. So, first of all, yung sa MCOs, nga nakuha tas through a plebiscite. Then, after that, we had to go to Congress kay kinanglan sa bago nga prangkisa para sa new nga distribution utility, which we now call Negros Electric and Power Corporation. So we had to go to the House of Representatives, we had to go to Senate, and then it had to be signed into law. So isa na siya kalayi ang among franchise. And then afterwards, we also had to seek approval from, because Sineco was a co-op, of course, NEA, we had to go to ERC, and we also had to go to the Philippine Competition Commission. So damo-damo sang regulators nga nag-check kung okay ba ang naging joint venture agreement. And after all is said and done, we had to get our authority to operate from ERC before kami nag-take over. Well, not really take over, but nag-operate as Negros Electric and Power Corporation. And we are happy also to report that we've been doing very well. I think recently lang na site si NEPC, one of the, well, for the good performance,
Yeah.
for sa mga na-meet niya nga industry standards. And as a person who also goes to Bacolod, no, I could also say nga, nag-improve gid ang service, especially during the typhoon, ang mga power interruptions na lessen. So those things we are very happy to say nga it was because of the JBA.